All right, we are back. We're playing Dark Souls. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're in that Burg. We have souls. We actually have... Didn't I? I thought I leveled up last time. Can't I? Doesn't it? Okay. Right. We also had items. I think. Where's these? Oh wait, was that the issue? Of course that was the issue. Gives us more HP, defensive. Attunement just gives us more defensive. Endurance gives us stamina and defensive. Strength gives us defensive and offensive stats. Dexterity gives us offensive stats, but only, okay. Defense is faith gives me, okay, humanity 1, resistance gives me resistances. Okay. Vitality and endurance. No. Can't go wrong with that, I think. Strength gives equivalent, no, only endurance does. Okay. There we go. Is it night? Appears to be night. Oh, right. Don't roll. There we go. All right. Oh, mother. All right. Hollow warrior. Wait, whoa. Right, those guys up there. Yep. Let me hold on. Let me check my items, because I recall getting some items last time. So this is just lighter. Yeah, let's boys, let's beach resist. Okay. This is also lighter with more lightning defense. Okay. 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 That we only have that off, and then waistcloth. Nice. So everything is just lighter. Fashion Souls, true endgame, yes, indeed. Oh, broken straight sword, broken straight sword. Is there a point to selling stuff? Probably not. Straight sword hilt. Wooden shield. Huh, it actually lowers the damage. No, wait. Well. Let's try a little bit of a lighter equipment. See how that goes. Let's maybe not do the waistcloth. So now the roll should be, well, it's still shit. There's really a point in selling, you can do. Ah, okay. Fair enough. I think I dislike how I look, so if Fashion Souls truly is the end game, we're just gonna keep knighting it up. Right, you. Oh, I turned my back to him. That wasn't good. Alright. What do we have here? Bullet body, battle axe. Okay. You guys are getting really aggressive with those bombs, eh? I, of course, completely forgot which way I went last. Oh, shit. So, I might be, but the old gamer, well, the old game dogma of if you're encountering more enemies, you're probably going the right way. Seems to be ringing through right now. Oh, you're coming down. Oh, well, let me. Oh, got down. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I agree, that was an interesting ladder interaction. Gonna be fair, I forgot half the controls. Let's see if I can jump. Well, not here, of course, but Soul of Lost Undead. So, jumping was, and then, yay, we can still jump. Good. Firebomb. What does the Soul of a Lost Undead do? Standard bolt. Where can I actually find that? Like, soul used to acquire souls. Oh, okay. So it's basically you use that and then you get more souls. Okay, I get it. Or at least I think I get it. Also, in terms of clunky UI, this is brilliant. So you can walk, but as long as you have that menu on the right open, nothing else will work. I tried to rest at the bonfire earlier on and just tried to like get some souls going. Tried to level up, and I couldn't, and I was stumped as to why, because that thing was open. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. That thing was open, so I couldn't interact with anything else. I think I closed down last stream with this remark, but I'm really happy that in terms of Japanese design, this isn't really like the standard way of handling. Like in games it is, but like not in general, because I drive a Mazda, and just imagine if you like you're rolling down highway, and all of a sudden you're like you've opened the menu and your throttle pedal stops working because, well, you've opened, let's say, the I don't know, the air conditioning menu, and that, oh yeah, wow, and that's why it doesn't work anymore. That would have been, I mean, that would have been low-key hilarious. I'm getting shot from somewhere. I don't like getting shot. There's a way here. Okay. I dislike getting shot, and you are gonna dislike getting slashed. See you someplace else. Is there anything here? Nope. Alright. And let's not forget that I can actually sprint. So this goes down. Can I actually... Yeah, no. but probably around. Could we hope that was menu wasn't close, just standing there? Yeah, menacingly. I can imagine. Just like, it's locked. Of course it is. Yeah, just like staring them down, and well, they hack at you, and your Billy Big Balls just standing there. Oh, hello. Oh, shit. Oh, ow. Oh, wow. Okay. Well. Hello. And goodbye. I don't think they have karma in Dark Souls, but this is the equivalent of that, I guess. Now, how do I... First of all, where am I? And how do I get back? Let's enjoy the scenery while I try to figure that out. Okay. Yeah, that was a godlike save. Well now, I think I try to jump here, I guess? Yeah. Nope. Yeah, the save, but I think I got saved into something that I couldn't actually come back from. So, here we go. That was a classic, and now I need to go and find my souls. Oh boy. Hello. Well, it's part of the game, I guess. Fuck these firebombs. Hello? Hello? Okay. More weight slots. Did I go in here last time? I did not. Oh, hello. Ah, yeah, right. I remember you from last time. I want my souls back, though. Black firebomb, okay. We rolled through the furniture, as is customary for this, for the cultures of this land, or so I've been told. Then, in a Gollum voice, we go up, up, up the stairs, and then we come to... Oh shit! Oh wow! Okay, not a tunnel or fiery deaths apparently. Oh, that was bad. I recall doing this sequence a little bit better. Now we have the fire bombers. Wait, let's get the archer first. Maybe get our souls first. They should be like somewhere over there, right? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, oh, well, that solves the souls problem. Oh, good God. Okay, well, that solves the souls problem. So I couldn't get to my souls, but then again, who cares? Because I am dead again. Yep. Hello, Cupid. Rip indeed. Oh, now I'm... Okay. Yep. The kick bullseye warned me would happen. Okay. So, 3 guys in there. Let's pay some attention. 1 guy from the left. Oh, there's 4? Wait, where did the 4 guy come from? Oh, wow. I need to be a little bit more methodical. I need to slow down. I'm trying to be too fast. Well, mentally, maybe. I'm trying to be too fast. Also, I don't seem to have a clear way, like Brutal Savage, you died exactly. Like this is the title, as the title of the stream says, we improvise, we adapt, we die. That's kind of today's plan. We expect to die a lot. As an explanation, why am I playing this game? Because it's not really my type of game, so to speak. Actually, if I just lure this guy in here, then I'm safe from firebombs. And yep, let's start with that. Hello. So, why am I playing this game? It's a completely different genre than what I normally play. I usually do things that are, I wouldn't say easier, but of a different kind. I like story-driven single-player games, but in a different way than how Dark Souls does it. And also this has been described as a rhythm game, and I don't really play rhythm games either. So why am I playing this? Because one of the ways to build resilience is to face uncomfortable situations and to learn new skills. So, if you dose it correctly, of course. I mean, you don't have to be like uncomfortable all the time. Well, one of the ways to build resilience is to, like I said, to face uncomfortable situations and to learn new skills. So, this is uncomfortable for me because moderately uncomfortable because it's not really my type of game, but I do like how the world looks and how immersive the story is and everything. I like how the story is shown but not told. Also, this game came highly recommended by some streamers like Day9 and friends and people who've already played that I know. So, in order to try and recover from a burnout I'm currently in, I'm trying to build resilience by playing Dark Souls. Among other things, I also run and I rest a lot and I talk to people. But this is a part of, at least an intended part of my recovery, so to speak. By building resilience, by facing an uncomfortable game in a nice setting. Yeah, thanks, man. We'll see if I can stick to it. I mean, the point is not like it's... The goal is building resilience. If this doesn't help, then I'll abandon it, of course. The goal isn't the plan of finishing Dark Souls. The goal is building resilience. But so far, I mean, I've streamed an hour and 15 minutes on Friday, because I had some time left. Actually, the plan was originally only to start playing this week. But I started on Friday, because everything technically was already there. And I thought, like, why the hell not? Let's just try this. And I actually really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I anticipated. I thought I had to first... Oh, that's a lot of fire. First force myself a little bit to enjoy it. And then the enjoyment would come from by itself. I have the same experience with running, basically. If I go to run, and I haven't run in a long time, I need to force myself a little bit to start running again. And then the habit builds, and I really start... Oh, there goes my voice. And I really start enjoying it again. Because I've built the habit, and I'm kind of hooked on the endorphins it gives me. But you need to like first force yourself a couple of weeks of trying to run. Well, not trying, but actually running. And then the enjoyment comes from itself. But it's something you need to build. I thought that would be the same thing with Dark Souls. That I would come to enjoy it, and not really by Stockholm Syndrome, so to speak. But I actually enjoyed it from the first get-go. The game has its age, obviously, but it's still a nice, really immersive world that you get into quite easily, I want to say. From the first few half an hour of gameplay to... This one was locked, right? Yeah. From the first half an hour of gameplay, and then you get the cinematic, basically. Oh, which apparently was audio blocked on Twitch, which is kind of funny. I got really into it. Played for an hour and 50 minutes, like I said, because it was the only thing, that was the amount of energy I had to spend on that, basically. Today, I want to go for maybe a little bit of a longer session to actually make some progress, or make some more progress. But we'll see. It all depends on how much energy I have at certain points. Okay, so I'm gonna lure these guys back here because I don't want to fight over there. There we go. Oh, right, you guys are flasks. Oh, oh, ow. Okay. We're gonna play footsies again, aren't we? Come on, attack me. If you dare. There we go. Oh, and then of course he kicks. Alright. So it feels like this is a big part of the game. You kind of like stumble your way through a certain section, and then you die because of reasons, and then you try to get your way back to that section, and you actually realize you look like a tough motherfucker. Okay. Let's... I've got 4 Estus Flask. Let's explore a little bit further. Let's see. Let's just make a mental note. There is a fuck off big dude there. Oh, you're the one. You're that jackass who pushed me off the stair earlier, aren't you? You are. Not so tough now, are you? Without your giant barrel of shame. Well, that was my barrel of shame, not his. It's gonna be locked, isn't it? One of the things I really do like is that this game doesn't have a map. Also, I would really not want to be like the guy who has to make a map or write the code to make a map for this game, because it is very much a Byzantine affair. But that missed, huh? But that really needs me to, or like has me focusing, or like using my memory more to navigate the actual game world. I am actually, I mean, mist means boss, right? Isn't that a Dark Souls thing? Let's first try the mini boss. Mommy, I'm scared. Hold me. I do play other RPG games, yeah. Kind of depends. I don't really on this channel. This channel was not really mainly for Dark Souls, but I have played The Witcher 3, I've played Baldur's Gate 3, I have played, I mean, the definition of RPG is broad, of course. Fallout, Elder Scrolls series. And what was the last? I was playing the Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning on the Switch, because I felt like playing a... I don't know, I started playing that one in 2012 when it just came out, and then I didn't pick it up any further for some reason. And then I just randomly thought of it some time ago, that like, oh yeah, that was a game that I missed, and then I thought, okay, handheld gaming is easier at certain points, because you just pick it up and then you just continue where you left. And it's also a very easy game to get into. Controls are easy, gameplay is easy. Well, yeah, gameplay is as easy as you wanted to. You can play it on hard difficulties and min-max the shit out of it. But it is kind of a casual game, and also it's fully voice acted, which is, for a game of that magnitude and that age, is not bad. I know it was a AAA game at the time, but still, it's. I mean, the voice acting isn't always of stellar quality, but it is a nice game to play. And with the Switch, you have the graphics are 10 years old, so the Switch can handle it, and you have the option of doing it handheld, or if you have the time and the means, you put it on the TV. For me, that's specifically useful because I've got a 5-month-old at the moment, 5.5-month-old actually. So the time I had, or the time I have sometimes to just get some relaxing gaming that is not Dark Souls or something else in between, usually comes from something handheld and something that's easy to like quickly. Like the Switch you started, and like 2 minutes later, yeah, Gamer Dad, exactly. That's the Gamer Dad live, basically. When you start to switch up, like 2 minutes later, 3 minutes later, actually already gaming. You're inside the menu. You're inside the menu and already playing the game. And it's a massive game. So, and it's easy to just like forget about for about 2 weeks and then continue playing it. It's what is useful about Dark Souls at the moment as well. If I wouldn't be streaming this, it would be because if I'm streaming, I want to do it for a couple of hours, at least. If I wouldn't be streaming it's also very easy to mentally get into, so to speak, or to. Let's just go here first. Wait a minute. So it doesn't take like there are some games where you have to like not really mentally prepare, but you have to like take for instance Red Dead Redemption 2. Which I've also played, but then I had to abandon playing it for like a couple of months, and you come back and it's like, what are all these controls? How, like, and why do I have to brush my horse? And what is this and what's that? And what was I doing again? And for a couple of games, I've kept a OneNote or some notes like, okay, you were doing this and that, because I knew I was going to be abandoning them for a couple of months. But if you can't do that for every game, right? So, ow, oh wow, you hurt. Okay, brilliant. So I just let him stab me for no reason. I'm gonna fight you out in the open, bro. Yeah. I mean, it was a very immersive game. Oh wow. The bits that I... Oh wow. The bits that I played of the well, I can learn his moveset. He's not easy to time, but it's gonna be good. I should if I engage a difficult enemy, I should stop talking. I think I'm using a part of my brain that's talking that is actually should be like dodging and rolling. Actually, interestingly enough, I've seen in a documentary that the part of the brain that is responsible for walking is actually some sort of a neurological copy of the part of the brain that is responsible for walking, if I'm not mistaken. At least that's what I seem to be remembering from it. Could be completely wrong. It was the Netflix documentary called Babies, by the way, which I watched because, you know, I was getting a baby. So I wanted to be prepared, and I mean, Netflix can prepare you for stuff, right? That's how we learn. I've done more than watch Netflix to prepare for the baby, by the way. Just to know, the baby is in good hands. It has been, it's taken care of. Bye. No, it's about the neurological pathways, basically. You could compare it very roughly, or at least that's how I understand it, with either firmware or programs running in your brain, or like the specific pathways between neurons. They form a sort of web, and the pattern of the web, I mean, I'm not an expert, like, I take this with a grain of salt, and it's just how I understood it. And the web, actually in structure and topology, really, they resemble one another. The talking bit and the walking bit resemble one another. So the theory is that at a certain point we had to start like using language, and we just copied what was already there. we copied with the walking bit, the walking on 2 feet bit. We copied that and started developing that into speech, which is, I think, a gross oversimplification of what actually happened, but that's how I understood it. Could be wrong. Just take it for what it's worth, or rather, just watch the documentary as well and make up your own mind about it. But that's how I understood it, that it was basically somewhat of a copy. Yeah, it is. I thought it was very interesting as well. Like I said, I'm probably completely butchering the explanation, but that's how I remember it. So this is actually worse, I want to say. Okay, never mind. All right, there was a way to like use it with 2 hands, right? Was that? No. No. Was it this? Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. All right. So let's get my souls. Hello. Hello, you. Oh, you're not dead. Hello, dead. Oh, wow. Okay. Now there's a 4th guy here from time to time. Where does he pop up from? Oh, there's only 3. Oh, that's a door, okay. I don't actually need to kill those guys inside there. I need to go up here. There's a lot of interesting things actually going on with your body and brain. I think, for instance, as well, that the there's no connection between the brain and the heart. So the heart knows you're stressed because of hormones, basically. But then you can get into a feedback loop, or like sometimes the brain will think it's the heart will think it's stressed. No, wait, how does it go? How does it go again? God damn it. There is a kind of a feedback loop where, because both of them are actually disconnected, because your heart rate is elevated for a non-stress reason, the brain will think like, oh, we're in a stress, and will release more stress hormone, which in turn elevates the heart rate even more. The same thing, but it is connected to your breathing, so that's why a breathing exercise can actually help you calm down in certain situations. Okay, lure these guys here. But the brain isn't connected, the brain's completely loose. But then if your heart rate slows down, the brain thinks like, oh, the heart rate is slowing down. Oh, wow. The heart rate is slowing down, therefore we must be getting calmer again. But they don't have an actual control. They can monitor each other, so to speak, but they don't have actually control. They don't have an actual control between one another. Now I'm gonna stop like talking. Yeah, exactly. Slow breaths, the body gets signals you're safe, basically, yeah. And then it signals the other things like, okay, the danger is gone, the leopard's gone. You can go back to chilling in savannah. You can go back to chilling in savannah and just don't worry about it. I released my shield a little bit too soon there. Okay, so you. Okay. All right. Which is also, funnily enough, a major part of combating burnout. Is I am constantly in a, well, not constantly, but a lot of the time in a fight, flight, or fight mode. And breathing exercises actually help with that too, because one of the problems is that you never really relax if you are in a mode like that the entire time. You're a very good dodger. And I can actually notice that when I'm running. It's not that I'm in great shape, far from it. I've been in way better shape in my life. But I still do feel like within those parameters, still about like 15 to 20 BPM of my heart rate while running is, I think, due to stress and doesn't really have anything to do with me actually running. Because the tempo is not insanely fast, and I try to control my breathing, and still it's about, I would say, 10 to 15 BPMs over what I would consider to be normal for that situation. And I've been running for quite a while in different circumstances, coming from 0 to no training, and then at the peak of my ability, so to speak. I mean, it's still nothing fancy, but just wake up on a Saturday morning and think like, okay, I'm gonna run 22 kilometers, and doing that, and then not being completely wrecked the next day. That was I think that was 4 years ago. Now I'm doing 7 kilometers on interval. My heart rate goes up to, I stop walking when it goes up to 175, just to get it calmed down again. Just love how he just like throws himself. Alright. Oh, there we go. Okay. But yeah, you get your release of endorphins. Today was actually a pretty good run. Got a nice release of endorphins. Nice shower after that. Okay, you asked about RPGs as well. I played some Prey today, 2017 version. Would consider that an RPG as well. Really nice space station basically. Also, a lot of it is there's still a lot of show, a lot of tell, but there's also just a lot of show. There's a lot to discover, and the combat system is either you like it or you hate it. I've read. I actually kind of like it. It reminds me a lot of Control, actually. It reminds me of Control, some Fallout stuff. There was another one it reminded me that I thought of today, but I don't recall. And I kind of liked. Alright, so can I get a first hit in on this? No, 6th sense. Dude's dialed in. The dude's dialed in. Okay, brother. That seems like a nice place to be fighting you. So... Oh, I thought I was doing more damage. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh! Yeah, it's not really a roll, is it? The guy just, like, flops on the ground. The guy just throws himself on the ground, and that's basically it. He goes like... Let me see if I can't, if I go, lightest stuff that I have, if that doesn't really change anything. Waistcloth, there we go. Do I still have the fat roll now? Let me see. That doesn't look like it, that looks like a medium roll. I think that's a medium roll. Let me actually check. So you told me that, Bullseye, that I should check that I should, also just like, how do I unequip anything? Wait. My man. How? Toggle display. Toggle status. Okay. How do I... Unequip item, so that's only in this menu. Okay, there we go. Alright, we look great. We look great. Not a gram of fat. We're fucking good. Yeah, that's the fastest roll. Unsolicited trick. I'm always interested. Well, not in unsolicited things, but well, especially not dick pics. Targeting slow targets allow you to abuse their slow animation. Sometimes I click. Oh, okay. Of dealing with slow targets. These are huge parry practice if you feel. Yeah. I kind of recall that, I think. All right, let me try some lighter armor then. Just for the. I mean, I need to like get some exploration, like in terms of mechanics, in this game anyway. Because wait, can I still get away with using this and still have the medium roll? Let's see. What kind of roll do I have? That's still not a fat roll. Okay, brilliant. Then we need to get my souls. We need to get my souls. I'm missing from time to time. From time to time, I'm clicking the circle button because I'm used. I think the confirmation button on the Switch is the right one. So on the PS4 controller, which I'm using, it is the X, of course, which is the bottom button. And I think for the Switch, it's actually the right button. So sometimes, which is the cancel button for PlayStation, as you know. So yeah, we're looking inconspicuous now, basically. We are looking like everybody else. Ah, I got... Yeah, I used to be an adventurer like you, but then I got an arrow to the ankle, apparently. So we're a little bit faster now. This actually feels kinda good. Alright. I would really love if sprint wasn't the circle button. I know I can rebind the keys, but... Ow. There we go. This actually feels... This feels better. Oh, shit. It actually feels better. This feels faster. Short sword. Okay, there we go. So this is retrieval of my souls. Then I want to see what's behind the mist actually. This enemy is hard. Let's just pick what hard thing we're gonna try. It's even worse, Bullseye. I was a hunter, so I should have known everything about looting while in combat. I mean, that's what we do, right? We send our pet in, we AFK, and... Hey, hi again, Clown Circus. It's the second time I'm playing it, so you haven't really missed anything since Friday. I hadn't had the energy to play yesterday, so it's the second session, and for now we are discovering that, yeah, even though you got at the place where you were before, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can get there again. I'm just trying to, like, at this moment I'm just figuring out, like, getting more practice with the control. Getting more practice with the controls. Oh shit. Oh, wow. Actually, I'm already no longer keeping track of my deaths. I think I missed 3 now. So as you can see, it's going really well, Clown Circus. Yeah, as you can see, it's going really well. Which reminds me, do we actually have a death counter in game? Probably not. I think. Yeah, that happens. I know. I should actually just remove the death counter because I mean I can't keeping track of it. Wait, let's do this. Let's do it like this. For now. How does that actually look? Let's see on the preview. Yeah, let's keep it like that for now. That's happening. Or yeah, maybe like this. ongoing effort. There we go. There we go. Ongoing effort of dying. That's are happening. They are happening. The Jira ticket has been taken out of the backlog. It is what is currently happening. It is we're doing deaths this sprint. Deaths are going to be delivered for the customer. The customer will have deaths. There we go. Deaths are happening. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm basically trying to familiarize myself again, partially with the controller, because it has been a while since I played a PS4 game. I think the last PS4 game I played was one of these. Was one of the I think it's the Supermassive games. So the one that are mostly walking and then making decisions. So that's the is it Bullseye? You can confirm. You know which one I played. Is that Supermassive that makes those games? Like the why are they escaping me now? Like the really they're completely escaping my mind. I really like them. They're basically just storytelling games where you have to make decisions. My souls are up there, right? Ow, 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 yeah. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, those are basically the last games. Oh no, that's not true. Those were the second to last. The last game I played with a PS4 controller was Death Stranding, which I didn't finish yet. But it's been a while. I've been playing a lot on the Switch, like I said. I've been playing Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. So I need some time to get used to the controls again, and especially in this game I need time to get used to the controls, so I'm trying to figure out the controls on one hand. And then I've been in this Hollow Knight armor because I actually kind of like the speed a little bit more, but as you can see I'm taking a lot more damage as well. Hey, I'm El Nero. It's a while since I've seen some Dark Souls goodness, but I wouldn't say it will be goodness. I mean, you know how much, I know you have played these games as well, right? For me this is a whole new experience and a whole new ball game, especially I mean, you're a fighting game guy as well, so you're used to rhythm and combos and everything. It's not my cup of tea. So I have my souls. I have 5,000 souls. I think I'm going to cash in. I have faith in you. Well, thank you. I know you do. I have faith in myself as well. Otherwise I wouldn't be trying this. Or is that a secret way of telling me to spec into faith when I'm going back to the bonfire? Yeah, thanks. It's exactly how I played the game. I've defeated this Harlem. Oh, and I did the sick ass jump down R1 thing where you do a whole lot of damage. I was happy with that. That was a nice moment. That was a nice moment. Can I do strength, endurance, vitality? Ooh, I can. Maybe I want some more endurance as well. There we go. So, you guys have respawned, right? Yep, you have. We shall now go to... No, let's first check, because my wife is out. Oh boy. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, my wife has discovered that in the nearest shopping mall, there are places reserved if you have a small child. So you would expect So you would expect like white spaces because you have to open the door, get the baby carrier out, put it onto something that you can like put it on the stroller. So it turns out it is as far removed from an entrance as you can be. The places aren't wide, and there is not a designated area to walk to get to an entrance. So, yeah, that's not really good. So an A for not effort, but like at least to include it. But if you compare it to another one close to Antwerp where we went, that was actually really close to an entrance, even closer to the elevator of the entrance. Really nice and wide spaces and permanent shade. I mean, that was perfect. So the local mall. Not really winning points here, sadly. Okay, let's see what's behind the mist then. Let's leave the big dude with the big sword for what it is. And let's just move the mist. The only thing I've been walking into was a fire barrel, and then it walked me out of onto the ledge, which saved me, but then I didn't think I could get off the ledge and died anyway. Oh. Actually, yeah, I should do this. They get really enthusiastic from time to time with the slashing, right? Hello? Hello? This is looking somewhat better. Now, there's 3 of you here. Oh. Yeah. Should walk the first hit. Wasn't really. Okay. Should have blocked the first hit. Doesn't matter. We're learning. This is one of the better runs I've had until this point. Yeah, so the kindling, yeah, I've looked it up. So the kindling of the bonfires gives me 10 Estus flasks instead of 5, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because with humanity you can either reverse hollowing, which changes stat scaling a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. Or you can kindle a bonfire and you have 10 Estus, or I mean, or it's not an either or, but oh, there we go. Hello. Yeah, I know, but you can reverse the hollowing, and that changes the stats, right? Which is another thing you can do with humanity. That's the only thing I actually looked up. Human form to kindle, and humans can also perform summonings and be invaded. Okay, but I'm playing in offline mode, just to, like, kind of not do the entire bit of that. Ah, so you have to be human to be invaded. It's not really ironic, but kind of funny. Are you going to move, actually? How can I entice you to do something? Should I hit you? Oh, I can actually kick. Well, that was a kick that I didn't mean to do that actually panned out well. So, I have big dudes over there. There's one guy over here who actually likes to attack, which is good, because that opens him up to me. Cool, 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 cool. And then up here... NPCs of it. Ah, okay. And reverse point does not affect stats and reception chance to find items. Ah, okay, sorry. Yeah, I misread that then. Only very summarily looked it up, because that was a mechanic that I didn't really remember. Like, I think I said it last playthrough as well. The only thing I know of this game, I actually watched an entire playthrough of this game, but years and years ago, by day 9. So there will be some times when I've got a flash of something that I remember. And it's like, oh yeah, I recall. I recall having seen Day 9 do that or something like that. But for the most part, I think it's, I don't know, I think it's 4 years ago that I watched anything. So there's been a lot happened in those 4 years. So a lot of the memories got, well, a lot of the things that were stored in my memory got erased. Let me see. Okay, what is behind door number 1? Oh, okay. Thanks for the info. Innocent looking wall of clouds. It never is it? I feel exposed for some... Yeah, for that reason apparently I feel exposed. I used to be an adventurer like you, and then I got an arrow to the elbow, apparently. Ah, just too late. Okay. More waist squats. We will be... Does this not do what I think it does? It doesn't? Okay, no it doesn't. That's... okay. Let's take in the view. So wow, we have a whole other thing right over there. We have some nice god rays. Interesting. They're actually quite high up it seems. Let's climb down. Oh, hello. You do not look friendly at all. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. How'd you know we're playing Dark Souls? The boss is actually the least of your worries. Yeah, Bullseye, I was actually particularly happy with my first roll there. I'm gonna be honest, I was particularly happy. So, I'm gonna try that fight a couple of more times, and then I'll probably kindle the bonfire to get more Estus flasks. But first, I need to like get a feel for it, because these first few tries are going to be shit anyway, and I need to get there first as well. So, yep, there we go. Was it sprint? Yeah, I was gonna ask actually. Thanks, Clown Circus. I was gonna ask because I know there's a way to slide down ladders, but I didn't recall which button. By the way, this is also a more technical question. Can you thrust with any weapon, or do only specific weapons have a thrust? Like, is it the special attack for some weapons, or do all the weapons have, or at least all the swords have a way to thrust? Do you have to have specific swords for that actually think I can probably ignore the fire bombers because they cause me more damage than they're actually worth. No, as in pointing the sword forward, doing a lunge basically with the sword. A lunge? Yeah. Flash, if you know anything about... Ow. If you know anything about classical fencing, it would be a flash with a sword. So just pointing, stabbing the sword forward, basically. Oh, I've made a huge mistake. I have made a huge mistake. Yep, I have. Trying to fix a huge mistake. Yeah. All movements had the fate. Okay, yeah. So some do and some don't. Okay, that would be R2 then on the PlayStation controller. Let me actually check. Because we have a different sword. We have a short sword as well. If I equip that. Yeah, that's what I meant. So yeah, the short sword has a thrust. Yeah. But like with this weapon, so the broadsword, wow, English. Not my native tongue. Who would have thought? Yeah, that's just a heavy slashing attack. Okay. Okay, so I got that right. Let's actually try the short sword. There's... oh, interesting. Let's try the short sword. Okay. Cool. Two-handed shield. Or dual-wield shields. Gave me a lot of freedom, especially for that time, yeah. It's the mindset of if you want to fuck up your own game, you can fuck up your own game if you like. Or at least it seems to be. That's ooh. It's not high speed, low drag. It's medium speed, some drag, but it's at least not what it was, which was no speed and a lot of drag. Oh boy. Oh boy. Did not find a good point to drink at that point. It's funny how this game goes exactly like learning things. Like, you do something, and then you think you do it exactly the same way the other time around, but actually you didn't quite understand yet what you were doing, which is the case in my case. I mean, I have a very... I mean, if I'm making progress, it's basically more due to luck than actual development. Well, skills are developing, but still, it's mostly luck. So you see that whenever I'm making... Actually, let's go down here with those guys. Whenever I'm making progress, and I get to a place, and then the next time I die, I don't get to the... I didn't even get to the boss fight anymore. Oh wow, you fell down, right? I didn't even... oh wow! That's because I'm learning. And most of the time when I get to a place, it's actually more due to... Jesus Christ. It's more due to luck than anything else. Because I don't really have the sequence down to a T yet. Damage is definitely not the only thing that matters. Weapon speed, reach, attack sets, and more something. Yeah. Exactly, with any weapon to an experienced player. Yeah, that's how it feels to me. I'm looking at the stats, but then I also just wanna... Ow. Yeah, I should kill that guy first. I used to be an adventurer like you, but then I got an arrow to the fucking back of the head. But it feels like it's more down to luck than actual skills, but skills are developing. It's just it takes a while, and I will have to do this sequence a lot of times before I have this down. But it's not unenjoyable like I imagined it would be, because every time, or at least, Jesus H Christ, stats matter less on playstyle, yeah, which is a nice way to say get good scrub. Okay, like that was lucky, because that was stupid. I got greedy, I slashed too much. This was better, but then I forgot about that guy, and I should lock onto targets as well. This is also an issue that I've been having. Oh wow, and there we go. Oh, Jesus H Christ. Do I have some tea still? I do. So that's typically when you're learning something. You, at least for me, you get lucky a couple of times, and then you think, oh, you think you're improving more than you actually are. But then the next run actually shows you still have a lot to learn. Which can make it frustrating at times, but it helps realizing that you're the kicking thing, I mean, Bullseye, you call it from the beginning, you're gonna have accidental death, but the kicking thing now just is becoming something like hilarious, just. Okay, so these guys, I'm gonna lure back into here. Also, they don't always come to me. Ooh, that was not good. Yeah, lock. Yeah, that was the issue. So I wasn't locking, so that's why. Okay. So that's why I wasn't facing him. Now I've locked. So now I'm facing them. That's better. Yeah. Yeah, I recall doing that for other games as well. I think one that comes to mind was I was playing Need for Speed Most Wanted. And I kinda worked myself in a technical difficulty, so to speak, by trying to beat, I think, the third, I mean, let's call them bosses, like, it's basically a blacklist, so you have to defeat, like, 15 other racers. And, oh, I need to lock again. Oh, there we go. Oh, Jesus H. Christ. Oh, Jesus, why? Lord. That was lucky. I mean, that was not the correct decision to keep on slashing. So I had to defeat the third blacklist guy on the blacklist who drives an Aston Martin DB9. And I think at that point I was saving the upgrades on the vehicle, so the special upgrades, for the next vehicle, which would then in turn allow me to defeat the top four, the top two basically, way easier. But it's one of these racing games where the rubber banding, I mean, glitching and rubber banding in racing games is bad anyway. So this was especially bad, and there was a couple of times where he just like beat me in the second race right at the end of the race. I think it's a 3-race long boss fight, so to speak, so that made it extra painful. Oh, Jesus Christ. That made it extra painful, and I remember really, really screaming at the TV and feeling like a complete failure. Oh, Jesus Christ. Never fight an uphill battle. Tactics 101. And I need to lock them. Oh. Why? What? This is really like... Who built this thing? Oh, God. So... I was stuck. Jesus Christ. On today's episode of Dark Souls, we see this specific bit of the Undead Burg, and only this specific bit of the Undead Burg. And we will be discovering the many places where you can get stuck in this specific bit of the Undead Burg. Yeah, the carpenter who made that needs to get fired. So, what we learned there is that locking, although I need to do it more, isn't always the answer to all your problems. These are also like the most slowly, I mean, I've shot airsoft rifles who have faster flowing bolts than that, which is a good thing. I mean, makes them easy to dodge. Hello. Okay, that went well, although there was still longsword, eh? Let me try that. Wait, what did I just... Let me try that. Longsword. Wait. Right. There we go. Let me see. I would usually recommend locking on, especially for new players, and you will learn a lot more of your swings. Yeah, you're right. It's just in that specific situation, it seems that my freedom of movement... Oh, ugh! What? Oh, I'm in the menu. God damn it! Oh, this is why. For this specific... should have known I was in the menu. For that specific situation, it kept flipping from one to the other. Which actually made it hard to move and or damage things. But you're right, I do agree. It's definitely something that I need to keep on doing. Oh, you're still alive? That's not fair. Okay. Ledge body, firebomb. Okay, let's take shelter here, drink some flask. What is the R2? It's a thrust! Cool. Actually, I like the thrust. Let me try and see if I can't use the thrust. My souls! Now, I think the thing is, not trying to be too enthusiastic about retrieving your souls. Oh, Jesus Christ. See, that's what I'm talking about, like it switches the camera view, so I should have not looked on there again. I don't really know why it does that. But we have a longsword, and not many souls. Okay. Okay. That went more or less like how I wanted it to go. And this guy. This guy. Oh. Stabbity stab stab. And you. Nice. Okay. I don't like locking on when there's a pack. It seems to be impacting my movement. For single enemies and to finish off on boss fights and everything, that seems to be good. But for multiple enemies, it seems to be... yeah. Seems to be fucking me over because it switches, seems to be switching targets. Unless I'm doing something wrong, by all means, if you think like it is a skill issue or player error, please let me know. But it seems to be, to me, that when as soon as there's multiple enemies, it just like completely, unless it's some sort of behavior I can adjust, that it keeps locking on to the lowest health or to one of the guys, so to speak. Titanite shard. Interesting. We demolish the furniture, as is customary. Okay. It is, however, harder to hit a lunge, it seems. Flicking the R stick. So I should stay off the R stick. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Jesus fucking Christ, that would show. I should just aggro them and have them come down, right? Yeah, I should. Hello. No, just, seriously, just come down here. I implore you. Please. Please do come down here. Oh, now you're coming down. Of course now you are. Hello. Please, please do. Okay. Oh, you're not dead. All right. And these two guys. Oh shit, I forgot the archer again. Oh well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not too fussed about losing the souls, to be fair. Oh wow. Oh wow. In this case, it's really too bad that the kick does not work. Or like, not work as intended. Okay. So just tap the square button twice then. Oh, now you kick. Yeah, would have been nice if he kicked when I was actually fighting a guy that should have been kicked. Try kicking or circling for a backstab or spear opponent. You can block enters the spear at the same time. These can be challenging to push head on. Yeah, but like Clown Circus, do you have any tips on how to get the kick input working properly? Because I only can do it by accident apparently. It seems to be the big problem, or seems to be one of the issues here, that I managed to do a kick, but like by accident only. I can't actually do it like when I want to. Flick the stick forward, the L stick forward, and press R1 right after. Then this happens. Kicking and jumping are the worst thing. This is a slash. This is walking forward and I'm still slashing. So how do I kick? It's at the same time. Oh! Okay. Yeah. I can't 100% replicate it. Because it seems to be also very sensitive in which zone of the L stick. Wow. Yeah, it's not the best way of inputting. Alright. Let's not forget about the archers then. Hello, archers. Holding down the sprint button. So we hold down O, and then we glide down. Is that how this works? Doesn't seem to have worked. Doesn't really matter. We're back here again. I imagined I would have been back here sooner. There we go. Got hurt. That really hurt. So it seems I got damaged a couple of times, but I don't really understand why. But it seems to be like standing in between his legs and basically being his third leg seems to be the correct way of approaching this. Alright, I'm gonna try for one more run, and then I'm gonna take a short break because we have been playing for nearly 90 minutes, and that seems to be my natural attention span. So I need to take a small break then. Walk around a little. Oh, we're not gonna get there like this, are we? Yeah. Go! Oh, ow. Oh, you're still alive? Oh, God, you're still alive. Literally 1 health. Fair enough. Fair enough. Mono E, yeah, exactly. We need to have a talk with the Taurus demon, like with the referee about the Taurus demon. I wanna write, I mean, if he is caught celebrating after that kick was non-intentional. If he's caught celebrating after that, I want Mono E and articles. I want articles. For those of you who don't know, Mono E is a term in sumo wrestling, which basically means we have to talk about something. So it's the referees deciding like something happened, and we need to like have a small debate about how we're going to score this. Bullseye is currently learning Japanese and was so kind to explain that to me. And it's a nice thing to know. Kimono is basically something to wear. Mono-e is something to talk about. Which is kind of funny. Oh, hello. That's what you read. Oh, wow. Oh. No, this is a bad run. This is a bad run. That was a stupid decision. That thrust hit both. That's kind of funny. I want to say that is probably impossible. But yeah, sure, good on me. Hi guys. Hitbox swing both ways. Yes, exactly. Oh. Well, that is it. Well, not for now. I'm gonna come back, but I'm gonna take a 5 minutes break and just basically sit here for a bit. Yeah, smidge too early. I know. I was getting, I think mentally, because I knew it was my my last run before I'm gonna stretch my legs a bit. I think I actually mentally threw it away instead of giving it a good effort. I'm gonna chalk that one up to me, not up to the game. I'll lower the gain a bit on the because I see it going into the red. This is better, I think. Yeah, I see it going into the red a lot. All right. So I'll be back in 5 minutes, 35 past, more or less, and we shall continue. I'm actually having, I mean, I've been doing this same bit and only got to the boss twice. I'm enjoying myself. Funny enough, I really am enjoying myself. Gonna make myself a tea, get some water, stretch my legs, and then I'll be back. Alright. We are back. And we're gonna see some more of this bit. That went to nowhere, right? Oh, there's a ladder, but yeah. That's probably gonna be a loop back at a certain point, I'm gonna imagine. But it's the only thing it can be, actually. It's the only thing it can be. Let's actually stand up. Let's do that. Sitting down the entire time. I'm sitting a bit hunched over as well. Oh. Alright. It's a bit weird playing standing up with a controller. It feels a bit weird. Fair enough. Okay. I got really lucky there. A bit greedy. Got really lucky. At least I know it, right? Okay. Yeah, that works. That works really well on those guys. That I seem to have more or less figured out. These three on the other hand, I don't know. Ow! Yeah, I really don't know. Jeez. Yeah. I don't actually know. I mean... Yeah, and then don't forget about the guys upstairs. I don't really know how I need to... Probably just block and take some of the damage from the firebomb guy. My previous strategy there was to just bum rush him. To get rid of him, because once he's gone, the fight's actually quite chill, I want to say. Hello? You just died, huh? Okay. Once the firebomb guy is gone, it's actually quite a chill fight. Because then the pressure is gone. It's a bit what I do with these guys as well. I take out the ads, so to speak. So I can then focus. So I can then focus on shield guy. Oh boy. Ow. Yeah, that guy. By himself. Ow, ow. Oh. Yeah, well. Oh yeah, true. Confident bomb machine is definitely possible. That was stupid. Oh, you're not dead? Oh, you have the magic pixel. Ah! Oh, what the? Okay. I need to be less spammy on the controls. I need to be more in control of the controls. Because that is partially why I die. Not the entire story, but it is part of the story. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, never mind. Why don't you come down? Yes. What the sh... Oh, boy, why? Now we do the archer first. Then we do these guys. Alright, we're gonna try the cape. Or not. Actually, it decides to be aggressive. Oh, there we go. Ah. Yeah. Alright, we're back. We are back. Yeah, one Estus left. Would have liked to have it cleaner, but yeah, the last three of them were nice. I just need to, I need to get a strategy for the firebomb guys. Like a solid strategy. Okay. Wait, because I do have this. And I can probably do something like that. Aha. Yes, I do. Oh, don't wait. Okay. Actually, not going. Yeah. Oh. Oh, I think I get you, Clan Circus. I thought I rolled in time. No, I would have never found that. I am too... I'm pretty sure I would have never found that. But never is probably a big word, but I am kind of prone to tunnel vision, so to speak. But yeah, the entire setup was there. I mean, it's actually kind of funny thinking about it. The game actually, it tells you to do it, right? It goes like... Fair enough. I mean, the game actually tries to teach you. Come to think of it, it goes like, you see up there, there's archers, you know, you can go up there. Do you remember, player? Do you... Is it actually a way to look, to completely do the fight like that? Just go up to the ladder, jump down, go up to the ladder, jump down, go up to the... Wow. Oh wow. It probably is. Huh. Alright. I mean, the hint was subtle enough, Clown Circus. I would never have found it. I mean, I appreciate it. I feel like an idiot though. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh no. Why? Let me end you. End you. Yeah, the dodge was nice, right? In the yeah, that's oh, we're playing camera souls. Yeah, the dodge was nice. Yeah, that was starting to feel like something. That was really starting to feel like something. Ow, that was less good. Ow. Should have locked on there. Hello? Oh, you came down. Oh, for fuck's sake, why? Well, if you came down, I'm gonna go up. Stab your friend in the fucking face. Oh, well, stab your friend in the fucking face. And then patiently wait for you here. Who of you guys wants? Alright, there we go. Hello? Oh, you... Oh, the circus is in town. Okay. Okay. You're gonna be passive on me, right? Oh, well, that's an interesting conundrum. Okay, so far so good. We've got one enemy left. Then we can at least pick up, no, 3 actually, 3, but then 2 of them are through the pink mist. Well, white mist. The pink mist. Like we are a sniper. We're far from a sniper. Oh boy. Yeah. It's a long wind up though, bro. Alright, let's take a sip of tea. Okay. This is the one you cursed it now. Let's first get these non-existent souls. Hello? Yeah, I wasn't literally gonna say it, but yeah. You might have jinxed it, but no worries. We'll see how it goes. Okay, hello demon. Now we run. Climb. This is gonna be more of a like a workout than anything else. No. Jump. We stab. And he jumps back. He's actually quite nice about it. And he misses. This feels more like a CrossFit workout than anything else. Hello. Camera souls, gravity souls, fashion souls. Doing everything this stream. Hello. Oh, that's very, very nice of you. Doing that jump back. I really appreciate that. That is, I mean, you're the best Taurus team. This feels very cheesy, but didn't jinx it. You did not jinx it. I thought for a second that I was gonna get effed because yeah, exactly, because the final miss, the miss there, and Jesus Christ. Because of the miss yeah, the miss was one thing, and then he got stuck like right here. So kind of where I was hoping to go. Yeah, nice. All right, that actually feels quite good. We've made some. I mean, I'm happy with this. We've made some progress. Yeah, it is the peak Dark Souls experience. It's actually a good lesson to make sure, like, the environment is important, not only for the storytelling, but, I mean, the game basically tells you to go up there and stab him in the fucking face. Because it goes like, hey, there's some archers over here, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more. I mean, that's basically what the game is doing. does this lead? Aha! Well, oh, hello. It's locked. Well, for he's a jolly good fella. Who's this guy?
Hello. You don't look hollow, far from it.
Okay.
I am Soler of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
Well, nice to meet you.
Aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Sure.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
I must say it has been lonely.
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
White sign soapstone.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange land.
This is correct.
The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura.
Okay.
If you miss it, you must be blind.
Yes, but I also missed like the complete setup to jump down and stab a demon in the face, so don't hold it against me if I miss it, man. Seriously. I am not a smart man. Well, actually I am, but yeah, like I said, I'm not a smart man. So I would well, no, wouldn't really expect the loop-de-loop now. That's not necessary yet. Praise the sun, exactly. Praise the sun. So I'll finally get to understand this meme then. Well, actually I already do understand it, but it has been quite lost on me, having never played the Souls games. Only having people and seen people them playing. Wow, that's another thing I will need to practice if I want to start streaming more, like being able to talk English without cessation. Onward won't return to your last bonfire. Ah, yeah, I remember that. Still a lot of block things. That actually makes sense, and you probably get one after each boss fight, I would imagine, so you can go home and spend your souls, basically. Yeah, there's a random popping of a corpse. Nothing to worry about at all, at all, at all. Just randomly popping in and out of existence. I'll rather walk. It's like a victory lap now. Like strutting home. Let's see if we can't beat that knight as well. That big ugly thing. And at a certain point, like I already said, we're gonna be looping back and we're gonna be looking down to the bonfire from there. Let's see if we level up. I like endurance, I like vitality, I like strength, I think. Yeah. Bleed resistance to human slots. Yeah, fair enough. Confirm reinforcements. Leave. Oh, we have extra souls actually. Yeah, and I did with 5 S's. Yeah, I know, but you give me a good hint. And it's actually, I mean, the reason I feel stupid is because the game, I mean, it doesn't literally shout it, but it very nearly shouts at you, going like, by the way. What does this do? Oh, that's a lot lighter of a shield. I'll try that. That's the kick. Let's roll. Reinforce. Oh. Standard weapon. Dungeon cellar key. Equipment load. Unit slots item discovery. There are so many stats. Ah, yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Use item. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Bullseye, you're right. That was what I was getting at. I mean, I've now seen that the environment is there to be used. And in much more, so I mean, it's, how do you call it? They define the rules, so to speak. This is a, how do you call it? It's a rule. Well, it's not a rule, but it's like they've now defined that the environment is there to be used and abused. A bit like what I did with the ladder, actually, with the firebomb guys. I used the ladder, and I knew that their AI basically, and they were going to be stupid about the ladder. That was obvious, and I abused the fact that they were going to be stupid about the ladder. Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Wait, did I? Jesus Christ. Brain, please work. Yes, I did. Okay, brilliant. Good. Special soul which gives you a ton of souls, but also given as a payment for unique person people. Oh, okay. So in this case, was that the large soul of the... No, that large soul of the undead is something else. Was this a boss then, or just a tough enemy? Oh, hello. Oh, okay. Alright. As EA would say it, I feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. Actually, I really do. Even though I've seen like this, what? These 10 square meters. Come. I know you want to come. Come at me, bro. Yeah, I know you want to. Even though like my, I mean, I've seen these 5 corridors of the Undead Burg. I don't really mind. Oh, there's an item. Interesting. Oh. Figures. Yeah, good thinking, poor execution. I think a lot of my teachers in high school would echo that statement at certain times. It was good thinking, and it was very poor execution. Come. Come on, Dad. I know you want to. There we go. Alright, so... Yay, there we go. Blue tier stone ring. Oh, yeah, of course you're here. I should have known. I mean, I know maps, I know topology. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So this is also a shortcut. Yes, brilliant. Why am I running over here? Because I actually want to know what's over here. That was a dead end, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Well, interesting. When in doubt, just panic. Run to the nearest cliff, I guess. What did we get though? Hello. Boost defense while HP is low. That definitely sounds like something I can use. Here we go. Good thing I pressed cancel button there. So for the ladder thing again, how do I get down quicker? Because I've tried a few different inputs now, but I seem to be getting... Also, I seem to get... You guys are giving me like the input whenever I'm too preoccupied defending myself. And I seem to be forgetting. Or like not being able to read it quite well. Hello? Hold the sprint button. That is sprint, yeah. That is round button for me. I think I tried that. Do I have to do any other inputs? Like facing. Oh, this is. Oh boy, this is not what I signed up for. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna do what I already... Oh, that's the ring effect taking into effect. We're going to run back. We're gonna double chug an Estus. Alright. We're gonna put on this. Wanna completely massacre you and you. We're gonna wait for your buddy there. Gonna massacre him. There we go. So do I need to hold the down button as well, or just keep holding the sprint button only? I didn't try both of these things. True. Thank you. I mean, it's not that I can't learn at this moment. It's just that I need to be watchful of my energy level, basically. That is actually the main thing. I can. There's not much gas left in the tank. This has been positive so far, like in energy wise. Oh boy, what am I doing? Wow, what am I describing? Clear this out because I want to fight the knight here. That is my plan, basically. Yeah, I do feel now. Actually, this next hour, like the first 1.5 hours, I felt like I was just doing stuff randomly. I felt like a bit with the monkeys on the typewriter thing. But now I actually do think I'm getting a feel for certain things, and I'll probably be stopping the stream at 5. Then having a good night's rest, maybe can probably come back tomorrow, and I think I'll, after having slept on it, because that's really important, if you're trying to learn new skills, you have to sleep. I think the improvement will be even more, will be more visible. At least that's what I think. Please come down. Please. My brother in Christ. Well, whatever deity there is here. Hello. Goodbye. There we go. Oh, I want to make, I will have mastered the kick if I just can punt one of these idiots off the goddamn roof. I mean, then I can safely say that I've mastered the kick. If I can just, go, I already killed this guy, right? Hello? if I punt one of these guys, like just like kick him off, then I can, like I said, I can say I have mastered. I have mastered the kick. I managed to pull only one. That's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. Oh no, I pulled. Wait, that's spear, bro. Oh well. Come here. Okay. No, that's not a kick. Okay, let's try it again. Haha! That was actually probably harder than defeating the Taurus demon. Kick inputs, the real Dark Souls enemy. So now, don't actually why I'm killing you. I don't think I actually need to kill you for what I'm trying to do. Oh! Oh boy. I think stopping to spam, like stop spamming the inputs is gonna be a good one. Because I'm not being very efficient with my resources that way. Please don't turn around. Did you? I don't know. I don't think you did. Can I stab you in the back? Which I cannot. Why would I be able to stab you in the back? That would be blasphemy. He's right behind me, isn't he? Oh boy! Oh boy! Ooh, that was a blood clenching moment. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, it does that 3-hit thing, right? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I want to... I feel... It's the only enemy I feel really underpowered against. So I want to say that this is probably a little bit out of my reach. So I want to come back to him. Just not right now. We're going to continue where we left off and go to that nice little bridge there. And continue from there. Oh wait. You're wait, really? I forgot. Let's go. Come back here. You. Time to die. Oh, there's 2 of you now. Oh, I pulled everything. Oh boy. Okay. Cracked round shield. Whoa! Okay. That wasn't too bad. Yeah. Ooh, nice catch. Yeah. Yeah, I think indeed like it will require some more skills, but I don't really feel like I have the gas in the tank to learn them right now. So I'll just make again. Oh, that's actually nice. The environmental. Okay. Time to die. Oh, no time to die. Oh boy. Oh, ow. Jesus. That's the first time you're giving me issues. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my souls and I'm gonna make some progress. Non-skill wise. Hello? Time to die, my friend. You've got this annoying bomb thing going on. not careful in the slide. Oh, I also like how they... I mean, that's a concerted effort by the AI to try and surround me, right? Or at least it feels like they're trying to flank me on both sides. They feel less like... I mean, I've talked about these guys that they feel like goons just waiting to... like, basically waiting for them, like, for me to make a mistake. Okay, boys. What you gonna do? Gonna throw shit at me? Oh, that's too bad. Ah, okay, yes. Okay, so stop moving, hold sprint button. Okay, okay. Good work together on the machine. Alright, thanks Bullseye, thanks for watching, thanks for being here. You know I appreciate it. I appreciate it more than you can imagine. It's always nice to have a friend. Oh, that's a backstab. Okay, good, nice. So, that's a backstab. See, I'm practicing for the backstabbing. Yep, exactly. I like it. That was a nice, nice achievement. Okay. Where are my soul, actually? Wait. Did I already pick them up? I probably have. A bit confused now. Doesn't really matter. Ugh. Oh, yeah, thanks. There is something which is called baby brain, which the brain really loses a lot of its function once you had a kid. The joke between me and my wife is that between the two of us, we have an entire functioning brain at the best of times. Mostly we just have like 75% of one brain divided among two people. So also the interface between the two brains being verbal or written via chat messages is not great. It's like early SLI or Crossfire basically, where you have a lot of issues getting the different screens together. There we go. Alright, it's kick bro. Yup. We've got that going for us, which is nice. And then we have this guy. The Joker with the barrel. Most funny man, and then that Berg. Hilarious character. Thanks, man. Yeah, I was quite pleased with myself with that sequence as well. It was a good, you gave me a good hint, by the way, like flicking them at the same time? Or was it Milan Hero? I don't know, I don't remember. But it is basically, yeah, you need to flick them at the same time as two outputs, and you need, it's something you want to practice a bit before you actually commit to it. One Estus. Does this actually break? Not that I really care, but no. Okay. So, let's try this other input. Yeah, okay, so wait until he stops and then you just hold the sprint button. There's a lot bound to the sprint button though. Seems like, yeah, not the best of UX decisions. Like I said, starting the stream, I'm really happy that my Mazda, which is also Japanese, has way better UX than this game. Because, I mean, everything feels fluid. If you know the inputs, everything actually kind of feels fluid. There's not, apart from some of the things like this menu, like prohibiting you from doing anything but moving, that's not great. But the rest of it actually feels nice, I want to say, for a game of this age. I know it's remastered. I mean, it's not like it's in, I mean, it's remastered in, what is it, 2018, 2017? I'm not entirely sure. But you don't really, you can see the age a little bit, but you don't feel its age in the controls, and having it at 60 FPS smoothly, even while streaming, looking down and I see my CPU is about 40% in use, and this is an old CPU, by the way. I mean, it's not old, but it is It isn't the newest. I mean, it's from, I don't know when it came out, but it's an 8th gen Intel i5. It's an 8400. So, whoa, okay. That feels unfair. That feels really unfair. Oh, okay. Well now. Well now, well now, well now. So, I'm going to assume that those two things in the center are actually safe places. And I need to sprint there. That's my working theory. Because he's gonna cross again. I'm pretty sure he is. I'm gonna be greedy. Yeah, I'm gonna be greedy. Huh, okay, so no. Okay, so I'm hearing stuff. Does this go anywhere? This goes down. Oh! I found my loopy-loop. Okay. Okay. Like I said. At one point, we're gonna come back to that. Cool. But it isn't actually a shortcut, right? Kick the ladder down. Oh! Yeah, okay. I was just gonna not ask, but like... Ah... Alright, 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 alright. Huh. Yeah, good thing you said that. I was, yeah. I was afraid of jumping down or using it or anything, but I was just gonna go back and see if I couldn't like do something with the ladder the moment you said it. I feel less stupid now. Can spend some souls. I actually want to do maybe a bit more. What's it? I think I want some more endurance actually. Yeah. Yep. This is kind of nice. Let's see where this leads us. It's also nice how the game doesn't hold your hand, because if I didn't, and you at the same time, if we didn't like think about like, oh, maybe I should try and at least check if I can't manipulate the ladder in some way that it stays down, or that I like should, yeah, lock on. You're a spear boy. Hello. Oh. Can I just, like, you know, kick you? No, it's not a kick. This is a kick. Nope, this is also not a kick. Maybe this is a kick. Nope. There's no kicks to be had. There are no kicks to be had. Okay, so... Hey. Okay, that wasn't as clean as I hoped, but I'll take it. Oh, you're a rat. That's a poison thing, I guess. Poison is something to avoid, I would imagine. There we go. Aren't poisoned. Rats have souls. You heard it here first, folks. Rats have souls. This probably goes back to the bridge. That looks menacing. Okay. And this will say that it's locked, or it's obviously locked. Let's put it like, is that a glitch? Or did I just... Hey, okay. Well, apparently not all walls are made of stone. What's up here? A dragon. Sounds like there's a dragon up there. Oh, hello! Jesus Christ! Shake a man's hand before you fuck him. Thank you. Oh, you're gonna follow me even. Where are you? You didn't fuck off, okay. You have a different moveset than your brother. Hello? Oh, yeah. Well, I find it kind of ironic that his counterpart actually dropped the ring that gives me more HP. That gives me more HP when I'm. Sorry, that gives me more defense when I'm damaged. Seems fitting. So now we have this. Actually, kind of interesting. Oh, hello. Oh, you respawned. He only killed you once. Now I will kill you twice. Oh wait, that sounds like fire. Does not like me. I should not be wrong. That's for sure. Hello. Oh, ow. I am poisoned. That doesn't sound good. Oh, that does a lot of damage actually. I should check for an item against the poison damage, I guess. At least I've got my soul back. So this is actually doesn't go anywhere except for wherever the hell this is. Okay, hello. Poison anyway, so... So yeah, the rats are easy to kill, but you can only, I think, fuck up once or twice and you're poisoned, basically. Or at least that's how it felt to me. No use going up there. Dragon, fiery breath, death, mayhem, bullshit. Okay. Oh, hello. Oh wow. You're playing Dark Souls too, huh? Doing shit. Oh, I really so want you to not do that. Not fair. How's your mate doing? Hello, friend. Why don't you? You really don't want to come here, do you? You really don't, right? Bad for you. Oh, I'm attack. Okay, let's do it again. Nope, not bad. Oh, there we go. Oh, for fuck's sake, why? Oh, what are you? Jesus Christ. Alright, so there's one of you here. There we go. And there's another one. No, you both fell down. Good. Good riddance. You spread disease anyway. You spread disease anyway. Okay. Upstairs is an angry knight. My souls are down here somewhere. Not that I really need them, but you gotta be shitting me. That was uncalled for. Uncalled for. Hey. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know which game L3 is sprint. Oh no, I do actually know. It's Call of Duty. But it's what I'm trying to do the entire time. So that board doesn't really look friendly to me. Oh shit! Wow, okay. So we're gonna be sitting down again. Okay. Alright. Interesting bit there. Interesting bit there. Wait. Okay, no. Never mind. Looked like I thought I was Bernard for a second there. But I wasn't. That goes up to fire death, so we'll not do that. Just want to retrieve my soul now. No, pretty far gone. Okay. Hello. 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 There we go. Oh, and then I fuck it up by using the wrong. That was a neat little change. Okay. We have humanity for me even. Kinda digging that. Don't get poisoned. Go up here. I should actually just pull you out here, right? Yeah. That feels like the way smart decision. Look at my souls just lying there enticing me. Let's do you first. Let's do you first. Cake. This feels like a game of footsies. There we go. Now we go up the stairs. And now we go down the stairs because we aggro the guy. Come. We're playing this game intelligently now. At least I hope I am. Wait. Dude, come down the stairs. Seriously. Come down the stairs. Bruh. Like, for real. No. Can you at least come down the stairs? Or like... That was the wrong place and time to ask this, my boy. There we go. We have that battle board thing, which we might need to contend. I don't really know what I have to do. Feels like I'm stuck is not the correct word, but it feels like a dead end. Oh. Oh, hello. Okay, so it's that way. Cheesed it. Kinda also felt like that was supposed to happen. Oh, of course. I should have seen that one coming from a mile away. I should have seen that. That one was, yeah. Mystery key. Interesting. This is a shit place to fight. This is a shit place to fight. So we found a mystery key. And really gnarly looking at that. That was some camera souls, sadly. I would really like to find a month. Oh. Well, I've got that mystery key, so I can try now. There seems to be a table stuck to be. What to do, what to do. not as hard as I anticipated. Well, it's not this key. Oh, Jesus Christ. try that again. Because it doesn't outright kill me. So it might actually be the way. So, run away from it, and then run back, take shelter. So we're gonna try to do this. Feels a bit stupid that the souls were lost anyway. Well, not these ones. Okay. So yeah, that's the bonfire we need to get to. Okay, I'm going to end the stream here. It has been lovely. Just getting a bit tired at the end. But we know what we have to do tomorrow, or next time I play. Probably will be tomorrow. We'll see. At any rate, this has been fun. More fun again than I imagined. So yeah, we're trying to get to that dragon-infested bonfire tomorrow. We've made some nice progress. Actually, I kind of enjoyed it. Hope I can keep doing this. If you are here tomorrow, if nobody's still here, I mean, it would be nice to see you. If not, then, well, maybe catch you one of the next streams.